Hey everybody, Christina here from Creations with Christina. Welcome back to video number 2 in the Cricut Explore series. The first video we did was an overview of the Cricut Explore machine, and today we're going to do an overview of Cricut Design Space. Design Space is the online program that you use for the Cricut Explorer. It does not work with Cricut Expression, but it's the program that you use with your Cricut Explorer to do your images and editing and sending it to your machine for cutting and or printing. Not printing, but writing. So today's video is just a quick overview of Design Space, but in the future, very soon, we're going to be going over some of the other types and all of the different functions the program has. But for today, we're just wanting to give you a quick introduction and overview of the program. So stay tuned in future videos to learn all about editing images and playing around with images and cutting and all that fun stuff. So we are in the Cricut Design Space. If you just go to Cricut.com, you can get into the Design Space program from there. And before I forget, there's also an app version of the Cricut Design Space for your iPhone and iPad, which we will do in future videos. But for right now, we're just going to sit and play with the Design Space program online. Let's jump right into the Design Space. This on your screen is the Cricut Design Space. I've already logged myself in. Just up in the upper left hand corner, I hit login and logged myself in. If you don't have an account, you can always set one up right from there. On our home screen, we're on the page that has the Make It Now projects, and these are all projects that have already been designed and are easily available for us to just, if we needed a little inspiration or we have something in mind that we want to do, it's a great place to kind of get that mojo going and decide what you want to do. But as soon as you find something that you might want to do, you just click on the image. So if we wanted to do this little guitar notebook, we would go in and it tells you all of the materials and all the things that you would need to do. And it does, some things do have a price. Now I don't know if you can see it, it's down at the bottom of the screen further down. This one is actually a free project. There are ones that cost money, and it's just, they're really easy to use. I'm not going to go into all the details right now about Make It Now. We'll do that in a future video. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this, and let's head right into the actual Design Space. So this is a great little inspiration area. Let's hit Create New Project. This is actually your Design Space. This is where you're going to be working and creating and deciding all that fun stuff you need to or you want to work on. So I'm just, like I said, doing a quick overview of this. We'll get into all of the details in future videos. So the first section, we're just going to go right down this section right here. Our first section is our Insert Images, which is where you will find either cartridges you already own and uploaded to the Design Space program, or subscribed to digitally or purchased digitally, and ones that are free for us to use. So this is the design. This is all of the Cricut cartridges. Anything that they've ever come out with is right on here, except for maybe the brand new ones. Sometimes they take a little bit to get on there. The next tab we have is the Upload Images. This is where you would upload your JPEGs, your PNG files, anything that you want to load and cut into the system. And it's also available where you can load SVG files. So if you have SVG files that you want to use, you can also do them in the vector upload. Again, something we'll get to in the future. This is somewhat new. We have the ability to add score lines. We have circles, triangles, squares, pentagons. Before, you used to have to search for, if you just wanted a square, you'd have to search the image library to find it. Now they just have those available for you. You can add text either from Cricut cartridges or from your computer. So if you have lots of really fun images or fun text or fonts on your computer, you can use those as well. Or you can just use the ones that are available through Cricut, through your Cricut cartridges that you either have or subscribe to. And then the very last section over here is your Set Canvas. This is a place where you can go to design. This is kind of create your canvas. So if you were going to be working on making an apron, which I'm going to be doing in the very near future, playing with some iron-on material, I'm going to be making an apron, and it gives you the kind of like template, so you can kind of helps you size your canvas. So it gives you the canvas so you can size your art, I guess is the good way to put it. There's even the ability to, there's cards in here, there's the lunch boxes, I think there's even a cell phone, which is another thing. Yeah, there's smartphone option. So that's something that I plan on doing. Even if you have an iPad, you can do a little decorating of that. I'm really getting into maybe playing with those kind of things in the very near future, so watch out for videos for those. So that is our image library, or our set canvas. I'm going to go back up to image library, and I want to select something just so I can kind of go over really quick some basic stuff. So let's just go ahead and add this cart to our mat, and we'll get into all the details about this later. There's different sections over here. These are your layers. This is where you're going to be working with your different layers of your cuts. So if you have something that's shadowed or you have multiple parts to it, you're going to use this section. Our next section is edit. This is where you're going to size. You can rotate, and you could change the position of it where it's going to be on the screen for you. So say right now it's at 1.32. If I want this to be at 2, it would go ahead and move it. So it lines it up right with the 2-inch mark. There's the sync option, which is where you would actually, for me, I like to kind of piece my cardstock sometimes onto one mat. So that might mean that all of the layers are different colors, but I want to do it on one mat. What you would do is just actually take these images and drag them where you want them to be. So if we wanted to switch these around, we can do that. And then the last thing is if we hit selected a canvas, we can actually choose the different varieties. I know with an apron, they have the ability to change something from a maybe a standard size apron to a kid's apron. So it does help you with setting up that kind of thing as well. And then across the top here are more of our editing. So we can do our file, make it now. We could do a new project. We can select projects that you've already saved. You could save projects. There's an undo and redo option, which I use quite often. There's a copy and paste and cut option. There's the ability to select all, so anything that's on your mat will be selected. And we can also arrange things so that things are either in the front of an image or in the back of an image. So if you're kind of playing with the designing, you can do that as well. And there's also the ability to align things as well. So, and then the very last one is our go button, and that's when we go to cut on our Cricut. So I hope you found today's video helpful. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below on YouTube or on my blog, and I will catch you all in the next video. Don't forget, video number 1 to this series is down below in the description. And if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new to my channel so you can be updated for new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.